What is going on, my friend?
Oh, what the hell?
Welcome to episode 152 of the Gap Podcast. Here we bring you everything New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national and international sports. Also, yours truly, Grassani, George Style, my man Cunningham, Alex Rich, and our special guest, Max Ballas-Bograd. You can tune into the podcast on various platforms, including, but not limited to, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Also, on social media at GetTheGapTube. But said, it's time to get your game on.
Adam, we never introduced the guest in the intro, stupid.
We always introduce the guest.
No, we hype the guest.
We mention their name in the intro. That's it. Honestly, if it took you that long, Michael, to catch on to that, then honestly, I'm impressed. You're actually more dumber than I thought you were. If it actually took you that long to catch on.
Hold up. Hey, Adam. 1, I can kick your ass easily. 2, you can't fight. 3, you're my bitch. 4, you're my lackey. 5, my dad could whoop your dad's ass. 6, I could beat you up like a chew toy. You want to keep going?
You got the first 2 right. You got the last 4 wrong.
My dad can kick your dad's ass easily, and I love your dad, and I can kick your ass easily.
Okay, I bet you could kick my ass. I can admit that. I'll admit that. I'll let you have that one.
I think Sadamo from UConn can kick everybody's ass.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, okay. All right, all right, everyone.
Adam, we gotta keep that as a clip.
All right, everyone. We've got a guest joining us, Michael. We haven't given you a chance to get a guest on the show. So
in a while since season 1.
It's been a while since we've given you a chance to get a guest on. So, Michael, I'm gonna let you have the honors.
Give me the floor. Shut up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I've been knowing this kid since he was 11, going on 12 years old. And I was 14 years old. Damn, hold on. He's been my best friend for over 15 years. The original white boy that I love, dear to my heart. The little brother I always wanted. Probably the biggest Yankees fan and biggest Broncos fan I know in my life. Probably the best players to play golf too. My brother.
Oh,
the baseball
golfers, but I appreciate it.
The best brother I know, Max Ballas-Bograd. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you to get your game on. My brother, it's been not the same since you moved, but this could work for now. You joining my show. I appreciate you, brother.
It's an honor. Just had to get my South Florida here in the Final Four, and I was on a mission. But it was worth it. Bring FAU and Miami here. But it's an honor to be here, and thanks, Mike, for that amazing introduction. I don't even know how to follow that, and a pleasure to be with you coming on today.
He's like, Max is like, how do I follow this up?
That's my. See, I actually like
Max. Big truths to Phil. Mike wears 16 truths.
Hold up. Everybody.
Wait, you don't like me anymore, Michael? I see how it is.
What? Max doesn't annoy me. Adam, I actually knew Max
long soon. You gotta have tension on the podcast. Tension on the podcast gets viewers, so I gotta
exactly.
I got some fights.
All right, Max. But there's a reason we brought you on here today, and that was it's official, guys. The UConn Huskies are 2023 March Madness men's tournament champions. So. I mean, obviously, it's been a crazy, couple weeks of March Madness, getting to the Final Four. There were so many upsets, like, in the beginning, but it kind of felt, guys going to the Final Four, like, despite all the parity, despite all the upsets, that it kind of felt that UConn was going to run away with it. At least that was the sense that I got, because let's be honest, no disrespect to the teams like San Diego State and eights of the world, but UConn was clearly the best team left in the tournament, and they proved that they beat San Diego State. I I wouldn't say it wasn't a blowout by any chance, but you could tell that UConn was for the most part in control of that game. So, Max, I want to give you the floor here. Break down this game for us. Max, you there?
Adam, did you put him to sleep? He's driving.
Yeah, that's on me. Give me 1 sec.
Okay, you're driving?
Yeah, you gotta give him time.
Okay. All right. Michael, next time don't bring a guest on while he's driving. All right, so I'll give you a floor. I'll give you a floor, Michael. Go ahead.
First of all, he's hungry. You know, he because he was at home, but this thing called he got the munchies at him.
Okay, but Michael starts off with the turn.
All right, we back. I owe you guys a minute. There.
Okay.
So
but Max,
yeah, the
break down
Huskies are the story. Huskies are the story of the tournament, and we had FDU, TNX very own, the local, of course, South Florida, our two teams. But at the end of the day, it was the Huskies that ruled supreme.
He gave you an answer.
All right, Michael, you continue.
In Max's defense, this was a crazy Final Four, in my opinion. The first Final Four did not have a first seeded team in the Final Four. Hasn't been done. And there's been a college championship game since the 1950s in the 40s. You think of this was a great tournament. All the unexpected teams. You had two first seeds, a 15 and a 16 seed from New Jersey to beat Purdue as the first seed, and Purdue, who is probably the odds-on favorite to win it this year. They had Zach Edey, who's probably the best big man in the country. Zach Edey, best big man in the country from Purdue. And you also had Duke, who was a good favorite, who could have been in like an Elite Eight type of team this year. You also had Alabama, who has Javon Quilly, JQ, probably one of the best guards in the best guards in the country, who plays for Alabama, who had a very good Alabama team. You also had a good UCLA team in
Brandon Miller, controversial, but probably the best player in the tournament. Not to cut you off there, Mike, but in Alabama.
Yeah, and Brandon Miller, the best player in the country, in my opinion.
A great shooter.
And Alex can probably agree with me. He's probably the best player in the country.
Yeah,
and Princeton, I gotta give Princeton some love too. They rejected my butt when I was applying to colleges, but amazing upset against Arizona, and then beating Missouri, and not too bad for an Ivy League school.
Here's the thing, and me and Alex and Max can say this. Adam, maybe you can because you're not really into college basketball like we are. No offense, buddy, but this year of college basketball will never be duplicated, in my opinion. The way how a 15 seed and a 16 seed both advanced in the first round. It's never going to be done again in the next year. It's never been done before. And I'm going to tell you.
It was crazy, but in a lot of ways, it wasn't. Like, you had, like, as Mike's saying, right? You had the 16 seed, the 15 seed, the 8 seed in the Final Four, 9 seed. But at the same time, you also had one team that just dominated every game. So it was like you had crazy stories, and you just had a team that was clearing away the best team in college basketball. So it's just interesting kind of juxtaposition there, where you got the Cinderellas, and then you got just this one dominant fourth seed, but still a fourth seed that just the only trouble they were in was losing by 2 against Iona at halftime. But the homie Rick Pitino, who I guess had a great game there because no one could come close to this UConn team.
Let me also explain this, buddy. I like what you said, and Alex, I need you to chip in too. I'm surprised how in my opinion, the ACC is probably the biggest college basketball powerhouse, as well as the Big East Conference, two biggest conferences, in my opinion, when it comes in the Pac-12 or the 3 best divisions for college basketball.
Whoa! Sorry, Mike. What about the number 1 conference, the Big 12? That was the best one this year.
Oh yeah, Big 12. Excuse me, the Big 12.
Kansas State, Baylor, Texas.
Okay,
Kansas, like
I'm saying in general.
Usually. This year, though, I gotta give it to the Big 12. Yeah.
Usually, you have the ACC, the SEC. You have the ACC, the Big Thing, the Big 12, and the Big East, and you have Pac-12. They usually run it, but surprisingly, you have a new coach in John Schroyer coaching Duke University, who has a great system. He has Derek Lively Jr., is probably the best defender in college basketball, post defender in the college basketball, in my opinion. He's a real throwback center for Duke. And let me get back to March Madness. Adam, are you falling asleep on us?
No, I'm
Also,
not.
we got to talk about Conference USA. Conference USA, FAU, and then they had Rice, North Texas, and Charlotte in the other tournaments, NIT and CBI.
FAU had a good run this year. FAU had a good run. Max, turn your camera off. Don't incriminate yourself. Okay. Hey, Matt. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a question.
How
did you feel about the final? How did you feel about this Final Four?
I mean, like I said before, I said my opinion on this March Madness as a whole is that I think this March Madness is like, you guys know, I'm far from a diehard college basketball fan, but I do like to pay it. Come turn time, I wouldn't necessarily say I get into it, but I do like to pay attention to what's going on, and it really seemed that there were just so many upsets like throughout the first couple of rounds that by the time it's like by the time that all the one seeds eliminated, it's like, oh my god, it's like what's going on here? But when the dust settles, it really is clear to me that UConn was the best team, far and away the best team left standing, and I really feel like they proved it like in the Final Four and the national championship that they were the best team left they were the best team left standing. So, Michael, does that answer your question?
That was not bad. I like that.
Okay. And I think one of the best teams, I think this is a UConn team we'll be talking about for a long time. One of the best teams, I think, in wire to wire in the tournament that at least I've ever seen in my 26-year career.
Yeah.
What do you think about Rutgers not making it, Max?
I'm still mad about that.
Who's he mad about?
I think it's a dang shame. I think it's fraudulent. I think it's gonna hopefully light a spark for next year. I think Rutgers is gonna remember. But if any team, and I'm a little biased being a Jersey boy, but if any team deserved to make it and didn't make it, I think Rutgers is at the top of any objective, unbiased list.
You also have Villanova that should have made it this year. Villanova had a good run. North Carolina shouldn't have. Did Michigan State make it this year?
Yeah, they did.
Michigan State
made the Sweet 16. Tom Izzo. January, February, Izzo. April, May.
Yep.
Yeah, but people don't realize. People gotta realize that college basketball is one of the most exciting sports in sports history. Because on any given night in basketball, any team can win in the March Madness tournament. It's basically you win, you're in. You win, you're in, basically. And I love it.
Yeah,
and I think
you need to run 6 great games. And like you said, like in football, I don't know. The Citadel is never going to beat Alabama, or maybe I should say Georgia, right, anymore. In football, the bigger team is basically going to win, the stronger athletic team. But in basketball, all it takes is one really great game. Somebody goes off from 3, and you get a little lucky here and there.
But for college football, go Dogs, go! But to a different story.
Hey, Michael, how did Duke do?
You want to go there? Was Rutgers even in the tournament this year?
They should have been.
But shut up, they aren't. First of all, I even told people Duke. Even if I said this was a recovery year, even though they had the best athletic center and probably in the whole league, in my opinion, in Derek Lively. They had Flipkowski, who's probably one of the best forwards in the whole country. You have a new coach. I told them they weren't going to do that well. I even said even if they did well, they would have went to the Final Four, but they would have lost. But that was surprisingly when they lost to Tennessee. There was a lot of bad calls that game, but we ain't going to talk about it. We ain't going to talk about that, Adam Grassani.
Yeah.
But
Dukes used to getting those calls. Back in the Coach K days,
we got the calls. We got those bad calls.
Not this time. Yeah.
But everybody, there's no secret. I'm a diehard Duke Blue Devils fan. It ain't no secret.
Even in the year when they don't get to the Sweet 16, I respect it.
Here's the thing, like Adam. The thing about me and you is when it comes to college basketball, I know my team. You can't even name a player on your team anymore.
We had Ron Harper Jr.
That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. That doesn't prove you a fan. That's like Alex. I think Alex can name like at least 10 players compared to your one player on your team this year. They're on your roster. Try to name one.
What?
Let's make it a little challenge. Adam, you name one player. You can even look on the internet. Alex, if Alex names 3 players before you find your player on records, he wins. Ready?
Okay.
You want to try? Let's try it. Go, Alex. Name 3 players from Villanova before he looks it up. Go.
Audrey Hatt. Our best player was Clifford Omriu. I'm pretty sure.
And he's saying about Rutgers. He's saying about Rutgers basketball. They don't get draft picks to go to the NBA from there.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, the Clifford. He was good. He got into foul trouble, but he was like great on the boards. Like he was a great player. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: the best player in the country. Who is this? If Victor W wasn't going to the NBA, who would be the #1 draft pick in your opinion? Out of college.
I think it's Brandon Miller. I know there's of course the whole case situation and the tragedy there, but if you look at just on the court, I haven't seen anybody do what that guy can do. The Damo guy is incredible, but in terms of like draft pick, I think Brandon Miller.
Sucks what he did. It sucks.
Yeah, and that's a big thing for a lot of reasons, the legal reasons, the decision making. But in terms of what I've seen, he's the best player. Like maybe UConn, the San Domo guy. I mean, he dominated this whole against when it mattered most, but and during Ramadan, so he was fasting, which is pretty impressive.
Guys, much as I love this, much as I say he's the best player in the country, he screwed up.
Miller, oh yeah. He probably lost. I mean, he probably would have been. I think without the controversy, with it, it's going to be tougher. Teams have to take more of a risk.
Let's see. You brought a firearm into the locker room, Adam, but that was probably the biggest college scandal. But
the issue wasn't the firearm thing, and the issue is that the girl died with that gun. Like,
guys, the only biggest college scandal I could put with that is probably the Reggie Bush scandal in college when he had to forfeit his Heisman trophies. And Adam's like, what the hell's a Heisman trophy? LOL.
Oh, yeah, the Reggie Bush. Yeah.
Adam, I love you, but I got to tease you. You know that.
I'm fine with it.
Yo, to the guy that didn't know where Michael Jordan went to college at. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was in the chamber. I didn't know it was back in the chamber. But all seriousness, we got a lot of great games this year for college basketball. Yeah. A lot of great games. A lot of upsets. Alex, if you would have told me that all first seeds, second seeds, and third seeds wouldn't be in the Final Four, I thought you'd be lying or something. If you'd have told me that right now, told me that back then, I'll be like, yeah, okay, that ain't happening. Then I saw Miami, FU, San Diego State, and who was the other team in Connecticut? Well, all would have been in the Final Four this year. I'll be like, nah, mofo, you lying. Stop capping. Nah, son, we ain't doing that. But it happened this year. I'm gonna ask Max another question about college basketball.
Yeah, there's a reason they call it March Madness. That's for sure.
Yo, Max, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Since he's my guest and none of you guys want to ask questions, what's your favorite college basketball? What's your favorite college basketball memory? And don't say Florida, Miami making it to the March Madness tournament, because that is BS and you know it. Because there was a point you were the biggest Davidson and Seton Hall fan. Because I know I'm
So
going to expose you,
Davidson and
bitch.
Seton Hall? You mean my favorite, like, of all time?
Your favorite college basketball moment. We'll all go. Alex, you go next. Grassani, bitch. Grassani, you go third. I'll go last.
Okay. Favorite college basketball moment?
Let the guests go first. That's how we don't get guests no more, because we don't let them talk. Sheesh.
Wait, so you said my favorite of all time. Hey, Mitchell. Awesome. You're saying of all time, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. I gotta think on that one. My favorite. Give me a few seconds. I got you.
Alex, you go. And don't say Chris
I
Jenkins
love the
shot.
Scarface. That's why I'm in Miami.
Don't say Chris Jenkins shot.
Enjoy, my friend. Have a great night, sir. Take care. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I would say the Princeton one this year.
How about you, Grassani? How about you, Adam?
Good Chris Jenkins shot.
Oh yeah.
You dick.
I'm doing that just to effort Michael.
Be serious, or I'm coming to your house and beating the dog crap out of you.
The Chris Jenkins shot.
It's not be serious, Adam, or I'm beating the holy hell out of you.
How do you know I'm not being serious?
Because you don't watch college basketball like that. You just said it because I said it. You could have picked Ron Harper beating the number 1 seed Purdue. You could have picked that as a Rutgers.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
saying college basketball of all time?
I'll pick that one. Yeah.
Actually, my best. So, Mike, we're saying not just the tournament, but of all time, the best memory.
Yeah.
It actually might be Duke. So back in the day, I was a huge Duke fan. Like, I have a Duke carpet at my house. I thought I was going to, like, Duke was my school, and my father went there at graduate school. Like, I played Duke blue, and there's this game, I think it was against Maryland, and Jay Williams, who changed his name after the guy got into that crash. Anyway, Jay Williams got like 15 points in the last minute of basketball. I think it was to win the ACC tournament, or maybe to get into the finals. And at the time, I think it was like 7 or 8, long time ago. And that was up there.
My favorite college basketball moment is, this is a hard one. I got it. The first shot in the 1983 NCAA tournament when Michael Jordan hit the game-winning shot at the buzzer, 1982 shot, and also it's a top tied when Christian Laettner hit the game-winning shot against Kentucky.
I'm not trying to ruin your moment, but don't you kind of have to be alive for your favorite moment? Like, don't you kind of have to see it?
I see it in replays, brother.
Right, but you know what's gonna happen. You gotta like.
All right. I've probably seen the Jalen Suggs shot at the buzzer against with Gonzaga.
Oh, Gonzaga UCLA.
And also the Jordan Poole shot at the buzzer against Houston in the 20.
There must have been a baddie at the game. Jordan Poole always balls out when there's baddies there.
He ain't lying. Hey,
the Golden State will pay baddies to be there for the playoffs, just so he does some good things.
I think Adam is bored with our guests. You could tell he hasn't.
I'm not bored with you. I'm fine.
Because you're quiet. You always ask questions every time we have a guest.
I always Max, am I being quiet right now?
Yes.
Nah, you good. Wait, my bad. I'm quiet.
Oh, see, okay. Thank you.
You're good. You're good, Adam.
Thank you, Max. So, Michael, you can shut up.
Bitch, you want to die today? Just remember, I know where you live. Everybody.
I know where you live.
Adam is on West 16th
Street.
Street.
Sam have this. Me and Sam, our other actually couldn't make it today, unfortunately. Me and Sam, I remember me and Sam. We have to come for you. You're next.
I have a firearm.
Me and Sam, the next fellas, and you know what me and Sam's secret weapon is?
What?
Arson.
You want to kill my mom in the house, you sick bastard? You know, Max and my mom are close.
No. We'll spare your mom. We'll spare your father. Your house. We for your house.
Should I call 911 so I can report you for arson?
Arson.
You know they'll be in prison.
That could be helpful with insurance fraud. You're a big arsonist.
Hey, Adam.
The Greek lightning, we
kill
call it.
Tabitha?
That's when the Greeks burned down diners.
Adam, can I kill Tabitha?
You do that means Sam will have the arson plan into place.
I will light your cat on fire and then light your
We'll let
girlfriend
your
on,
house on fire.
and I'll light your girlfriend on fire.
All right, you do that. I light you on fire.
I'll light your mom on fire.
I'll light your mom on fire.
Oh, my mom will kick your ass.
I gotta invest in fire. It's a lot of fire.
Adam knows better.
Burn, baby, burn.
Adam, you know I love you, but this time I just want to kick your ass, your scrawny ass.
Sometimes I want to kick your ass.
Adam, you can't fight. Adam, I can beat you with my right pinky to kick your ass.
Yep.
Yo, Alex,
I'd like to see that.
who won the fight between you and Adam?
Me.
Oh,
Good boy.
That was conviction.
Adam, who didn't win the fight between you and Alex?
What?
Who won the fight between you and Alex? Because he said he could kick your...
fight between you and Alex.
No, you.
Me and Alex.
Yeah.
Alex, I'll give it for you. Who do you think would win?
He already voted for himself.
Alex, who do you think would win?
Me.
I think I could beat you.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, get your Game On's first fight match. Adam Grassani versus Alexander Rich. Who becomes Michael Cunningham's...
We're taking bets now.
Winner becomes Michael Cunningham's #1 bro.
What's the current
Alex had
Vegas
a
odds?
spot for years.
Minus
Adam had a
150.
spot for years. There could only be one night Michael's Cunningham's #1 bro.
By submission plus 600.
Knockout 600, submission 300, TKO 1,000. I'll say, who would I give it to? Because I know both of your mothers would probably blame me if I set this fight up. Who should I take on the to our viewers? Who we take for the money line? Max, you're the spread. You're the gambling expert. Besides,
I'm the bookie. I'm taking the bets. I'm cashing in.
I'm gonna take a 3-1 shot on Alex. I'm gonna take a 300-1 shot on Alex beating up Adam.
300-1, 300-1. That's a big difference.
3-1 shot that Alex beats up Adam. Exactly. Yo, Adam.
What?
You and Alex got a question for my main man, Mr. Max BB, the original white man and brother that would go to white man with me before Adam did.
Yep.
Hey Adam, if you did alcohol, if you drink alcohol and drive drunk and smoke a little weed, Max is that version of you.
Really?
I'm not driving drunk, to clarify.
Now,
I drink
if
here and
you
there,
drink,
I'm more of a stimulant. And I don't do that much weed.
Just
I'm more
as
of
a
stimulant guy.
disclaimer here, the Gag Yell podcast does not condone drinking and driving.
We do not. Nor do neither do we individually or as a collective. Correct.
Yes.
Max, Adam, this is the version of you that drinks. This will be
Drink responsibly. Brought to you by Coors Light.
Exactly.
True
Hey,
refreshing.
Adam, if you were to drink alcohol, Max is the version of you that drinks.
Really?
Yeah, I don't drink that much. To clarify, for our listeners out there who don't know me, I'm not against alcohol. I like it here and there, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm exactly. I'm not as much of a drinker as Mike might be making it sound, and I'm not big into. I'm a little more stimulants. I'm a little more into that. I'm not as much into. Our beloved cannabis and things of that nature as much. Yeah.
Adam, you have a question for Max? It could be Max is also a Yankee fan for baseball, and he played baseball with me back in the day.
Well, we are going to talk a little bit of baseball in the second half of the
now.
show, Max. So,
and I realized Max. I used to coach Max with baseball.
All right. So, Max, I'll ask you one last college basketball question so you can wrap up the college basketball portion of the show. So, yeah, UConn winning the national championship. So this season's come to a close. Max, preview. What's preview? Honestly, it's way too early to predict what next season is so for us. But what are you looking forward to most for the 2023-2024 season of college basketball?
That's a great question. Your 2024 champion will be Roll Tide. Alabama wins it next year.
You think Alabama wins it next year?
I'm on the record. But as to what I'm looking forward to, I think the women's tournament I think has some amazing storylines, arguably more than the men's. Just when you look at what happened with LSU and Iowa and the U even, but I think that that's going to be a lot of fun as well. Shout out to the ladies. We love the ladies in more ways than one, but amazing tournament. It was incredible on that side. But yeah, the men's side, also I think maybe Duke, Alabama, or I think they'll both be in the Final Four. I think Duke does have a comeback year with Shire. I think that they'll do great in the they won the ACC this year, the tournament. I think they'll win. I think they'll go very far in the March Madness. But I'm sure there'll be a team I know nothing about that'll make it. Some Cinderella. I'll call it now. I'll say St. John's. I'm a Ricky Pitino back in the Big East. That's gonna be a lot of fun. They'll have a great year. I'll say my crazy team no one's talking about. I'll say Southern Illinois Flukies. We'll go with them. I always like the Flukies, and they had a good year this year, but I think next year they'll peak. And those are my too soon predictions. Thanks for the floor.
Alex, what do you think?
I really like Pittsburgh. I think they're going to be a solid team next year. I like the way they play this year, and they definitely surprise people, and they're going to be a big test in the ACC, and I think that they're going to be a really solid group next year.
And what are your thoughts on the national championship?
I would have liked FAU to be in it, but hats off to San Diego State with what they've been through against UConn, and UConn definitely dominated from start to finish. And I'm really interested to see how San Diego State takes their loss tonight to next season, and how they will perform.
Definitely. But congratulations to the UConn Huskies 2023 a March Madness men's basketball champions. All right, Matt.
Official. Put it in the book. UConn Huskies.
All right, Max. Max, are you free to stick around for a little bit longer?
What's up? You can stay a little longer? Yeah, I got you guys. A little bit. Yep.
All right, perfect. Our show, the rest of the show will probably be over in like a little over half hour. Will be done. So, but because you are Yankees, I did want to talk some Yankees with you, but before that, we gotta get our middle of the show segment out of the way. This, Max, if you don't know, this segment's called the hot take of the episode. Where here's how it works. Someone on this podcast, we choose to give a hot take for the episode. And then we vote on it. We vote on whether or not we like the hot take. We approve or disapprove it.
Fun. I love a spicy take.
Yeah. So guys, guess whose turn it is?
Who?
Michael, it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
Because Marcellus and Sam aren't here, and me and Alex already went. So, Michael, you're up. It's your hot take. Go ahead.
All right. What do I do? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to think.
Mike.
All right. I'm going to say that Kendrick Perkins is the worst NBA analyst in NBA history.
Kendrick Perkins, the worst NBA analyst in history.
One of the worst in this generation that on NBA today. He's the worst when it comes to his takes.
Continue.
Here's what I believe. Kendrick Perkins he's funny, but his takes are just god awful. He said that Nah, I'm gonna change that because I'm not. That's not fiery. That's not spicy. You know, I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna say that. Man, I don't really have what. Man, I got one. I want to believe that. What should I do? I'm caught up. I'm gonna explain that Duke and UNC rivalry is the greatest rivalry in any sport of all time.
Wow. Duke UNC rivalry is the
It's
greatest
one.
rivalry in all of sports.
Yeah.
Continue.
Here's why. They played at least over 100 games together in college history. A lot of heartbreaks and tribulations. I think it's better than Yankees and Red Sox because people more watch that game, the Duke UNC game, more than the Yankees versus Red Sox, Lakers versus Celtics, Jets versus Patriots, and vice versa. And I've been to a Duke and UNC game 3 times in my life because my sister went to University of Duke. Go Duke! I love you, Joy. If you're watching this, I love you, Joy. Sal, thanks for being my sister. But I'm gonna say this: the Duke history versus UNC history. A lot of NBA players play in this rivalry, such as the GOAT, Michael Jordan, Jason Tatum, Austin Rivers, Elton Brand, Kyrie Irving, Grant Hill. You have Vince Carter. You had Antoine Jameson. You had legendary coaches like Dean Smith, Coach Krzyzewski, and Roy Williams, the top 3 coaches of all time, in my opinion, on the coaching route much more in college basketball with John Wooden, by the way. And I'm gonna say this: it's a crazy rivalry. Fights happen with the fans too in the student section. They got cops and they got cops all over the building. They ready for that fight. And Adam, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yep.
Do you know how many heartbreaks have been in this and how many heartbreaks have been in this game history between them?
How many?
At least over 100 heartbreaks.
I'm sure
And
that's a lot.
whoever wins the Duke UNC game usually wins the ACC tournament that year.
Yep.
Here's why I don't think. Here's why I think it's better than the Yankees and Red Sox. They're in the same town. They're in the same state. They're 15 miles away, 15 minutes, 30 minutes away from each other. You have the whole state of North Carolina watching this, and the whole South and the whole East. It's a crazy environment. You go to Cameron indoors, crazy. You go to the Dean Smith Arena, crazy. The energy is different. It's a different vibe. You hear the roar of the student section. It's a different breed. And a lot of NBA players became Hall of Famers because of this rivalry and because they put the work in. Because those coaches put the work in. I'm done with my hot take.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna lead off here. So you're arguing that Duke UNC is the greatest sports rivalry of all time.
100%.
Here's the thing. I did not think this was a bad hot take, so I'm kind of on the fence about this one because your points, Michael, weren't bad. Like, I agree that Duke UNC is like a really, really is an amazing rivalry, but when you talk about greatest sports rivalries of all time,
it is. I don't want to hear bullshit.
Yankees Red Sox is up there. Ohio State Michigan is up there. Lakers Celtics is up there. Like, there's a lot of like really great. There's a lot of really great sports rivalries up there, and that's why as much as I love Duke UNC, the UNC rivalry, I can't put it at I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I can definitely say it's definitely the greatest rivalry right now. So right now, Michael, I'm on the fence.
It's a yes or no vote. Genius is either
I'll Alex go. Alex, I'll let you go. Then
Adam,
I'll go.
you just give me the vote. It's either I approve or disapprove. Simple. God damn.
Are we saying of all time, Mike, or right now? Are we saying of all time or like right now?
All time.
Max, you go, then I'll
All
go.
time, I think because historically of all time, I think I have to give it to Yankees Red Sox. I think that and I think Ohio State Michigan can be up there, but I think you got to give it. And I think new rivalries will be created. And in fact, I think Georgia Alabama, as time goes on, I don't think that rivalry is going anywhere. I think there'll be some good ones, new ones. I mean, we're not even aware of as much. But I think the reason I'm giving it to Duke Carolina is not Mike did not bribe me to say this, but the reason I do think this is because it's more than like you said, like Mike said, there's so much intimacy between the teams. You have kids who went to high school with each other. A lot of times, they're the same kids. Some go to Duke, some go to Carolina. You also have like a lot of dynamics. Like you have North Carolina is like North Carolina is a great school in and of itself too, and a privileged school. But you have like the more public school, right? You have Carolina. It's like where the regular people go to an extent, and then privates, and then Duke, the very wealthy private school. You get like those dynamics. Like the Duke is like the kind of has been viewed as like sort of the pretty boy school, maybe the spoiled school, and then you have the Carolina, and it's you got a nice different dynamic. Like both schools, and like I said, separated by 15 miles. I mean, there were times when like the kids were getting too crazy, and like the headmaster, the like principal of the school had to send a letter to asking the kids, like the Cameron Crazies, not to do too much because they were like it was like really bad, and it was, and I think you only get that kind of passion in college sports. I mean, don't get me wrong, professional sports have a lot of passion and everything, but that kind of like we need to beat these people at all costs, and it's not just one game too. I mean, they play the 2 games every year, right? But it's more than that. And first off, those games always mean something. Usually, they always mean something. At least to one of those teams, usually both. And it's a year-round thing, right? Like that week is escalated, but that every single day, Duke fans are Duke fans and fans of whoever Carolina is playing, and vice versa. Carolina fans are fans of Carolina, and everybody Duke's playing. And I just think that unique dichotomy is why at this moment at least Duke Carolina is number one. I do think though it's going to take a little more time because like now that Coach K is gone, and you've the Roy Williams is gone, it's going to take a little more to get that back to where it was. So I don't know if they hate each other as much like right now, but I'll say right now it's the number one rivalry in sports. Historically, though, I'm going with Yankees Red Sox. And there could be other ones in the world too. I don't know about like Argentina, Brazil, and soccer, things like that.
There's a lot of those. So, Esme Max, are you approving Michael Sotic or are you disapproving it?
I'm approving it. I'm approving it overall. I think historically, no, but I don't think of all time you could say that. But I think of in this day, this era, I think it's fair to say.
And Michael, that's why I'm also going to approve too. I don't necessarily agree, but I like the points made. I think. Well, I don't think Duke UNC is the greatest rival team. It's enough in the conversation to a point where I'll approve it. I approved it. I approved it.
Thank you. You gotta talk. I just need to approve or disapprove. Jesus Christ, man. Alex, now you. Blabbermouth is like Adam's Adam's in the past like.
All right, Michael, shut up before I change my mind.
I'll still win. Alex gonna vote for me, dipshit. Even if you lose, change your vote.
What if he doesn't?
First of all, Alex is a college basketball fan. He has common sense.
Alex, go ahead.
I approve.
Thank you. So I told you. So Adam, you can kiss my ass. Thank you.
All right, Max. All right, guys. Let's talk some baseball, shall we? Because the New York Yankees have won 3 of 4. They beat the Giants. They whooped down the Giants on opening day. They unfortunately lose the game 2 days later, which was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday.
Yeah. These Rays are a problem though. We're 3-1, but still, I mean, long ways up.
But then again, they beat them. They beat the Giants again. They shut them out again, and then they utterly dismantle Alex's Philadelphia Phillies. What was it 8-1?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So not really. It's way too early to start to because this thing. Here's the thing. I'll let you go because I want to get your opinion on this, Max. But it's way too early for you to say what this team is. Are they definitely going to win the division? Are they definitely World Series contenders? Like, it's way too early for me to make any type of like serious judgment on this team. But I will say, Max, it's a small sample size. I really like the way this team is performing.
Yeah, I love what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah,
Now
because Judge is
100.
off to a great start. He's already got 2 homers. Same thing with Stanton. Volpe, even though he didn't get a hit today, he worked his walks. He's looked really sharp. I think it's only a matter of time before he starts getting going with the bat. And Rizzo had another homer today. And the one thing that really, I'll save my point for later, Max. I want to ask you, like, what are your thoughts on the Yankees so far?
Yeah, I'm very optimistic. I mean, still 158 games to go, but things looking good. Judge on track for like 100 home runs, I think. Like I said, I think the Rays are going to be a battle. I think we're going to have a pennant race on our hands. I don't think it's going to be like a cakewalk, but I think that we got a lot going for us. Give me one second.
All right, but the one guy that's really they won today's game. They utterly dismantle the Phillies.
Yeah, I mean,
Alex,
this
I'm gonna
combination.
keep on saying that over and over again just to get under your skin. All right, so hopefully you don't hate me too much for it.
I mean, this combination works pretty well. The pitching, the dominating pitching, the hitting, the bullpen doing their job.
Yeah. That's the thing. This pitching staff, I really feel like this pitching staff really, I think, has the potential to be one of the best pitching staffs the Yankees have ever assembled. It's like you got Garrett Cole, who honestly, guys, I would not be shocked if he may have won the Cy Young Award this year. You got Nestor Cortez, who had pitched a great game today.
From South Florida,
I really feel like many other teams could be an ace. And then you got Carl Rodon and Luis Severino weighing away. This pitching staff right now really gets me excited. You got some great arms in the bullpen. This pitching staff really gets me excited. The one guy that really gets me excited, aside from Volpe, Max, is Gleyber Torres. He had big bombs today. He's already got 2 home runs on a season, including the one tonight. He went 2 for 4. He's really hitting well. And because here's the thing, we remember we hyped Volpe up, Anthony Volpe so much as a prospect. People forget there was a time where Gleyber Torres had similar prospect type. Yeah, he was like one of the best prospects in all baseball when he first came out in 2018. So, and then he had a great 2019 and even better 2019. And unfortunately, although he had a great year last year, he struggled in 2020 and 2021. But guys, if Gleyber Torres can get back to the way where he was in 2018 and 2019 and be like maybe at high 20s, maybe low 30s home run hitter and hitting for a high average, guys, if he can emerge as that type of hitter, this Yankees lineup is gonna look dangerous.
Yeah,
because think of that. Yeah. You eventually you're gonna have Volpe leading off. I think that's the plan. Like Giannis will be experienced, and then hopefully by summertime you'll feel comfortable with him leading off. You have Judge second, you have Rizzo third, you have Stanton cleaning up, and then you can plug Gleyber in right in the fifth spot. And then you have DJ 96. That lineup 1 through 6. Max, I don't know if you disagree. You're not gonna find too many lineups better than that in baseball.
Yeah, it's intimidating. I don't want to pitch against that lineup. There's no one. You can't pitch around anybody. It's scary. Now I think Houston, right? Houston's the big elephant in the room, and we gotta we gotta figure out a way to beat them, which we haven't been able to do recently. But I do think on paper these Yankees are the best team in the league, even. But it's just a lot of times, as they say, there's a reason they play the game. A lot of times on paper isn't the greatest indicator. But I share your optimism there, my friend.
There's this thing right now. I'm not. You don't make judges on a team. You look at them objectively, but there's also something Max acts. There's something Max that fans use. There's a phrase. It's called the vibes. The vibes surrounding this team right now are fantastic.
No, vibes are a real thing.
The vibes right now. I feel giddy about this Yankees team right now. Like the vibes right now are fantastic. I I mean, with the way this team, like, I just feel something right now from this team. I understand it's early. I'm not gonna sit here and say we're definitely winning the World Series. I'm not gonna make the same mistake last year where all of a sudden, because last year we're like the best team in all of baseball. Then the second half we collapse. So I'm not gonna say anything this year, but this year, so I'm not definitely. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna trick myself up into that this year. But I will say right now, the vibes surrounding this Yankees team are immaculate. I really think this is gonna be a fun season for Yankees baseball. This team is been very fun to watch so far.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's an electric lineup. It's like pitching and now injuries are a big thing. It's a long year. People get hurt, but if the Yankees can stay relatively healthy, it's a big if. If this were fits, we'd all be drunk, as we say. But I think that I think the Yankees should be able to do a lot of damage, and I think they'll be able to win the majority of their series, and I think a 100-win season is very, very feasible. And
obviously the big goal is game pack the Astros. But here's the thing: it's like, how many months is it until October? It's like October is like the match, the potential match of the Astros is like months from now. So right now the Astros are the last thing on my mind. Right now my focus is like making sure like. My focus is making sure we're good heading to heading to the postseason. Like, make sure we win the division and making sure everyone's playing. Everyone has great years. Make sure Judge has a great year. Make sure Stan has a great year. Making sure Volpe, becomes a spark plug for this team and goes out there and has a Rookie of the Year campaign. Make sure let's see if Glaber can bounce back. See if Rizzo can keep on producing. Like, and if this pitch is produced, like. That's my main thing right now. And right now, again, it's early, but they're taking great steps towards doing that.
You want confidence going into the playoffs, and with those players you mentioned, especially both hitters and pitchers. And but yeah, we got it. It'd be nice if somebody would beat these Rays, because I think us and them will be in a back and forth. It's our division. I think if I was in the gambling business. I can imagine maybe taking a future on the Yankees to win the AL East. I think right now, it's about even money, maybe minus, maybe even plus money, plus 120. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far in the Bronx.
Yep. Yeah. So Max, what do you think of Volpe so far?
I'm actually a little ignorant on the moment. I've been in basketball now. I feel like
long story short, kid from New Jersey, grew up a Yankees fan, now has an amazing spring training and is now starting shortstop. His story. This kid literally has the Derek Jeter story. Guy from New Jersey, idolizing guy from New Jersey, dreams of playing shortstop for the New York Yankees, ends up playing shortstop for the Yankees. It's just amazing. I really hope this kid becomes a superstar.
Yeah,
maybe not a superstar, but like a star level player.
Yeah, even if you could just be the starting, shortstop for the Yankees, so close to having, his story come through exactly as he wanted, which is incredible. How many people want to be shortstop for the Yankees from New Jersey, from New York, from every state really in the world, and the fact that he's there is an amazing accomplishment of itself. But you hope he just maintain it. That's what made Jeter so incredible. Was just that consistency. Every day, every year, he was always there in big moments, and usually putting up some kind of good numbers. So hopefully, we can do the same there.
Yep. All right, Michael. You have any Yankee thoughts? You're muted.
28 World Series happening.
Oh, I like it. 28's our favorite number. Let's do it.
You think 28's happening this year? Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead, continue. I'm liking this.
Yankees money line for life. I'm going to say it. It's going to be Yankees, Mets, or Yankees, Phillies. I just know we whipping ass. Now, do you smell what Michael is cooking? I may get sued for copyright for saying that line, but do you smell what I'm cooking?
The Subway Series, 23 years later, I kind of like it. Mets have been playing well so far. Well, 2-2, I guess, but I mean, yeah, it's gonna be tough
And
without the
me and
closer,
Max
without
will
the
be in the
trumpets.
World
But
Series. We'll be watching the World Series from Yankee Stadium.
if we make that bet, maybe we could justify going to that game. If we bet on the Mets winning the NL, Yankees AL, that could afford that could afford 7 tickets there. 7-game series. I got Marlins Yankees. Now I'm just playing. Marlins are not exactly
Marlins
good.
are like, yeah.
No, we're worse than that. I would be very happily surprised if the Marlins are not the last team in the NL East when all is said and done. But it's and we
I
have
think
more
the
opposing
Nationals.
fans.
I think the Nationals might be worse.
We'll see. Nationals Marlins will be for those bragging rights, but it's
No.
I mean there are more Met fans in the game in Miami
Although,
than
right now, can we? All right, we will talk a little bit Mets later. I mean, there's nothing to really talk about with the Mets right now. Let's get the Mets talk out right now. They're 3-2. You know, again, nothing.
right?
They're 3-2. I mean, nothing really we could say.
And those
I mean,
three against the Marlins.
bad loss to them, like to them against the Nationals. So I mean, they need to win these next 2 games. You can't be losing to teams like the Marlins. So next game's gonna be a pretty big game for the Mets. So yeah, that's our Mets report. But let's talk about the team right now that is currently last in the NL East. Hey, buddy.
You
How
found
do you? So first it was opening day. I'm like, okay, let's not panic yet. You know, let's not panic yet. You know, at least there's still time. And I'm not. I agree. It's not time to panic yet because let's face it, there are still 158 games left to go. But they say on the broadcast, guys, only one team in Major League history has ever won the World Series starting the year 0-4. And that was the 2021 Braves. So not good company right now to be in, Alex. Not good company. So you guys get swept by the Rays, and then you lose this game. And you got a couple more games coming up against a very, very scary Yankee team. So Alex,
Yeah.
before I let you talk here about your team, I want to ask you a question. Scale of 1 to 10, how concerned are you about the Phillies?
6.5.
I think that's fair. Go ahead.
I mean, just the way they've been playing, especially the pitching, has been atrocious. And I mean, you could see in that Houston, Texas Rangers series that they've been struggling all 3 games, and the Rangers offense just completely dominated them because their lineup is pretty stacked, and just going into New York and seeing how bad they were last night was really brutal to watch. And I'm not going to put the panic button on them now, but I think that they go out and win tomorrow and get the win and be 1-5 headed to the series finale against the Yankees before they come back home to Philly for opening day against Cincinnati. So I think they will be 1-5 once Thursday hits.
and at least you got the 76ers there, Alex. Worst comes to worst.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. All right. All right, guys. All right, guys. So it's how. I mean, do you guys have any final baseball thoughts?
Angels
Say
will be interesting.
What?
I would say the Angels, just to see World Baseball Classic, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani. Of course, the baseball, it's not about one guy, and probably more than any other sport. It really is the team. It'll be interesting to see if they can make the playoffs, but it's just a little storyline there.
Yep.
I'll say San Diego finally wins it. I'll say San Diego Yankees World Series.
That was my prediction. Prediction.
I'm in good company.
Yep, you are. But yep, you are. But I mean, let's talk. We'll close out the show. We're running a little bit low on time here, so we'll close out the show, guys. Before we close out the show with our bets, you guys want to talk a little bit of NBA?
Nuggets are my champion.
What?
Well, I don't know if I have a little bet on them, but I do like the Nuggets. But
Max, do you have a basketball team?
The Sun. I mean, usually the Heat, Miami Heat are my team. I was kind of like the Heat, and now that's even more so. I do not think the Heat are going to win it all, as much as it pains me to say that. I don't think we're even going to win a series. But yeah, I'll say the Nuggets win it all. Of course, the Suns scare me with Durant. They're looking mighty good. Memphis, you never know. But I'll say Nuggets in the West, and in the Warriors, can't ever count them out. But I'll say Nuggets in the West, and give me the in the East, give me Giannis again. 70. I think it'd be kind of funny if the 76ers are in and Philly loses another championship, because they keep getting to championships and they keep losing, right? The Eagles, the Phillies, the soccer team, even. So just for fun, I'll say Denver, Philly, and Denver takes it in 6.
Yep. Yeah.
And I know Boston, and I know Milwaukee, of course, but I'll say 76ers. I'll say Joel Embiid versus Jokic for the finals. Yes.
Alex, I'm sure you're liking the way this sounds, right?
Yep. Definitely, that would be a great battle.
How do you feel about the Sixers right now?
I know they took a big L against Milwaukee this past game, but I'm feeling pretty confident going into the playoffs that they'll be ready and ready to dominate. And I'm really excited for it.
Yep. All right, let's talk. We'll give you Michael. We'll give you the floor here. Knicks have officially clinched the playoff spot. So, Michael, how you feeling about your Knicks?
Hold up for a sec, player. I feel good, man. So good. So good. I got the feeling, baby. Ooh, got the feeling. The words of the late great James Brown. I feel good.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling good, because it's gonna be a first round exit.
I got the feeling. Not going to happen. We winning. We kicking ass. We beating the Cavs this year.
Yeah.
You know my vibes. Let's go Knicks for life.
Yeah. You guys finally clinched the playoff spot. Second time in 3 years. I'm happy for you, buddy. I really am. But I agree with Max. You're gonna be a first round exit.
You dick. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, Max. You didn't even deny it. You didn't even deny it.
You deny it. Yeah, but it's a great year for the Knicks, though. I mean, New York finally has some real hope. I mean, last time I've seen this, I should say, was probably the Linsanity days.
First of all, the Nets are going to choke. The Nets are going to choke.
I don't think the Nets can choke. Like, I don't think anybody expects much at the Nets.
Exactly. We're gonna make the playoffs. We're gonna make the 6th seed, and we're gonna get our asses spanked by the 76ers.
And that's still a moral victory.
You know what he said?
And that's fine. That's fine.
Max, what you said about Mikal Bridges. You said Mikal Bridges is an all-star.
Mikal Bridges is him. He's a stud.
He won't be an all-star.
Which, by the way, guys, did you see Mikal Bridges today? You know where Mikal Bridges was?
Where?
He was at the Yankee game.
Oh, wow.
You know,
what about
He was
Was Miles
at
Bridges
the
there?
Yankee game, but he's a Phillies fan. He's a Phillies fan. 'Cause
He's from
Oh.
Philadelphia.
He's
Did
from
he wear the
Philadelphia,
Phillies
so-
clothes?
yeah.
He was being a hater.
But regardless, it was nice seeing you at Yankee Stadium. I hope you enjoyed the experience, Mikhail, even though your team lost and is struggling right now.
Adam, tell Max what you said about Bridges being an all-star.
I said, Max, do you agree with me about the way Mikhail Bridges is playing that he could be an all-star next year?
I'm not. I've heard great things. I'm not as great with following the NBA. I'm not, but I have heard his name. I know he's doing some big things, big numbers. So I take your word for it. But I feel like I'm a little.
Thank you.
But what about Miles Bridges? Come back All-Star next year.
I mean, he has to worry about getting out of jail first before.
That's first and foremost.
That's yeah. I mean, there's more things to worry about than that. But all right. But Michael, let me talk about my net. You know what? I was gonna gloat about I was gonna come on here. I was gonna tell Sam how much of a buffoon he is. I was gonna tell Michael how much of a buffoon he is, and I was gonna literally gloat so much. I think Michael and Sam would literally quit the podcast from embarrassment. But I'm gonna wait until next episode to do that because nothing's official yet. The Nets, as of right now, have not clinched the 6th seed, so I'm gonna wait for them to clinch the 6th seed, and then I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna gloat. I'm gonna ruin Michael and Sam's entire existence.
How are you gonna ruin our entire existence?
I'm
Because
gonna
you said that
I'm
the
gonna
Nets
make you
will have a bad
pay.
play
I'm
record
gonna
this
make you pay for the blatant disrespect you've given my team over the past couple of months. I'm gonna make you pay. And I'm going to absolutely embarrass both of you next episode.
First of all, in my defense, let's see if you could make the playoffs.
We are right now the 6th. We are right now 6th seed. We're 2.5. We're 2 full games ahead of Heat. I think we're seeing pretty good.
Unless if the Heat win 2 games in a row.
But then we would have to lose 2 games there.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Who did the Nets play? You guys.
They have 4 games left. They have the
Heat don't
Timberwolves.
really win 2
They have
games
the
in a row.
Timberwolves. They have the Pistons. They have the Magic, and they have the Sixers. I say they go 3-1.
No, you lose to the Timberwolves. You beat the Pistons. You beat the Magic. You lose to the Sixers. You go 2-2.
All right, that means the Heat will have to win out. Even then, I think the Nets will have the tiebreaker, right?
No, but they had to play. They had to play one more. I want to see who the Heat play. The Heat.
They Pistons. That's probably a W. They play
They beat the Wizards.
They play Sixers. That's a loss.
They
probably
beat
the Wizards, and they
beat
probably
the Magic.
Yeah. So basically, Nets would probably have to go. Nets would probably have to go 3-1. Nets would probably have to match that.
Imagine they go to the playing game. You know how mad you'll be if they go to the playing game.
I will not be happy, and because I say then I won't. I'm waiting right now to gloat. I'm waiting for him to clinch the 6th seed before I come on here and gloat. I'm waiting to do that.
Alex, imagine he cries when they don't make the 6th seed.
Because when they clinch the 6th seed, I am gonna roast your entire existence, Michael.
First of all,
Sam, if you're listening, I'm gonna roast your entire existence too.
Adam, have you ever seen a gun before in real life?
Go out. No, I haven't. Show me.
I will. I know where you live. All I gotta do is take an Uber to your house, and your parents will let me in because they love me. Just remember that. Just remember when you were sleeping, your dad did let me in your house, and I scared the shit out of you.
You did do that.
That was golden, by the way.
Yep.
And your dad will allow me to kick your ass. Your dad said when we were at the Yankee game, he'll allow me to beat you up. Remember?
Yep.
So just remember, your dad loved me, so I could beat you up if I wanted to. So be careful for your health. I suggest you don't do it.
Yep.
Adam, I'll make you a deal. If the Nets cover, I will say nice things about Bridges. If they cover.
If they cover next bet,
No, if they cover the 6 seed.
if they clinch the 60, okay, you can say nice things. Done.
Yeah.
And if they don't cover, you had to say that Scottie Pippen is better than Kevin Durant.
I cannot lie to the American public. I can't say things that aren't true.
Scottie Pippen is better than Kevin Durant. We already discussed this already.
Max, who's better, Scottie Pippen or Kevin Durant?
I mean, I'm not as familiar with Scottie Pippen, but I don't think I think you got to give it to Kevin Durant.
Thank you. Thank you.
You can build a team around Kevin Durant.
Hey, Michael. I'm not 2-0 with guests on this. I'm not 2-0 with guests on this. So guess what? Me. It was me, Max, and then last episode it was Chris. We're 3-2 against you and Sam. And we all agree you and Sam are numbskulls. And the fact that you two claim the no basketball have such.
Hey, Alex, who's better, Scottie Pippen or Kevin Durant? Alex has never voted.
Alex, who's better, Kevin Durant or Scottie Pippen?
Scottie Pippen.
Thank you. And I didn't say Alex to say that.
I feel like Scottie Pippen would say that Kevin Durant's better. I don't know. I just don't know if you could build a team around Scottie Pippen, which you can around Durant.
You can't. You can't build a team around Durant. They choke
You
every
put
time
you put
you
can build a team. You can build a team. You put Durant on the team, they automatically become favorites.
Michael, was Scottie Pippen ever the best player on a championship team?
Was Kevin Durant the best player? Because he went to Golden State.
No, but Nick, Mike,
Curry was the best player.
Did he not win 2 Finals MVPs? Did he not win Finals MVPs on both those teams? Where's Scottie Pippen's Finals MVPs?
Because he robbed Curry of them. He robbed Curry.
Mike,
he robbed the crap out of Curry. I am not condoning your crappy antics.
Mike, look at how the odds change when Kevin Durant goes to a title team. They become a contender automatically. If Kevin Durant's foot wasn't on the line, they would have beaten the Bucks, and then they would have. And then probably won the title.
Max, don't give me that. Max, I love you to death.
If his true size,
I can't give you that BS. You're blasphemy. Hey, Adam, who's better, Kobe or Kevin Durant? Since I might have a stroke on here, who's better, Kobe or KD? Adam, you're on mute.
Okay, KD. I'm not that stupid.
Over Kobe?
No, Kobe over KD. Kobe over KD. Yeah, Kobe.
I was about to have a heart attack if you would have said KD over Kobe. Adam.
What?
Clyde Drexler or Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant, easily.
Over Clyde Drexler?
Who is Clyde Drexler? I haven't even heard of it.
You never heard Clyde?
He was better on defense. He was probably better defender, I guess.
He was a better scorer. How about George Gervin? George the Iceman Gervin.
Kevin Durant.
Over Kevin Durant?
Yes. Shut up.
You're smoking crack. Or you're
Kevin
smoking
Durant,
hella crack right now.
I think he's one of the best players on the planet.
All right, Adam, you're scaring me. You were scaring the shit out of me.
Oh, you've been scaring the shit out of me. Because you show that you... Honestly,
Shaq or KD?
Shaq. I'm not that dumb.
Okay.
That's common
Bill
sense.
Russell or KD? Bill Russell or KD?
Bill Russell.
Okay. Jokic. No, I can't say that. Wilt or KD?
Wilt.
You said KD over Wilt before.
It was called sarcasm.
Okay. Let me ask you.
Well, maybe stop with more women. But...
Okay, I got one.
I mean, go ahead.
If you don't do this, I may murder you. Allen Iverson or KD?
Oh, KD.
What? Boy,
I mean, AI was incredible, but in terms of who could take over a game,
Hey, I can take over.
Thank you, Max. Thank
I may
you,
have a
Max.
stroke. I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
We never
I
saw
quit.
somebody like him with the basketball. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes to just like if I was like a GM and I needed one player on my team, who would I need to want to build around? It would have to be Kevin Durant. Over.
Thank you, Max. See, Michael. This is someone with actual common sense. It sounds like this is someone with rational sports take. Sounds like Michael and Sam take notes. Be like Max.
Not to be confused with Michael Sam.
Adam, you are saying so much blasphemy. Alex, who do you think is better, KD or AI?
He's a Sixers fan. Don't even bother asking him, because you know what he's going to answer.
Say AI. I understand.
I would say AI.
Alex, your answer doesn't count. You're a Sixer fan.
This is how good Kevin Durant is. The mid-range shot is like the worst shot in basketball statistically because 3-pointers and layups are the way to go. However, Kevin Durant is better than the vast majority of players at mid-range. Like, he's the best mid-range shooter the game has ever had. And he makes it actually a good shot when it's not for like anybody else on the planet. Like, he's the only good person that should be taking mid-range shots, essentially. That's how good he is. Like, he's like over 60% mid-range. Like,
we'll agree to disagree.
Yes,
I'm surprised I'm able to talk. He's dick in my mouth, but he's one good player.
All right, guys. It's late right now, so it's time we start wrapping up the show. What do you guys say?
You guys are idiots.
And we wrap up the show. You guys know how we wrap up the show, right? Well, Max doesn't know. We wrap up each and every show with our bets of the episode. So, Max, it is basically sports game. So we all make bets, and we keep score, and that's it. It's very, very simple.
So we're doing like future bets, kind of. We could do.
Futures we typically don't do. We don't do futures. We just do like games and stuff.
Games. Well, I'm gonna take.
All right, who's
just for fun? I'll give hockey some love. So I'll say my future would be Toronto play in the Stanley Cup. Toronto versus Vegas, and I'll take those teams tomorrow. Well, Vegas is playing Nashville.
Oh, who's your hockey team? Who's your hockey team?
Vegas Knights. Well, I need them to win the Pacific, but
all right,
I think
guess my
Edmonton
hockey team.
scares me.
Yes.
Edmonton. All right, I want to say Rangers. You're a Rangers guy. Yankees Rangers kind of thing.
No, not even close.
You're Edmonton Oilers.
Nope.
Toronto, Boston Bruins. Nah, you can't do Boston. Nah, you can't do Boston for sports. You're a doubles guy.
There we go.
There you go. I should have guessed that second. But these doubles are fun, and I'm not sure they'll catch Carolina, but they're playing some good hockey. I think they were.
If I told you that they would be this good in October, you would have said what, Max?
I would have said I think you got the wrong year. I would have said but they certainly probably overperformed more than any other team this year.
Yeah,
up there.
They're good. I cannot wait for the playoffs.
That's gonna be electric. That's the Sea of Red. And Newark's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be amazing. All right, so what was your bet again?
I'll say for all our listeners tomorrow. I'll say take the max parlay. Toronto money line and Vegas money line.
Okay, so you know what? We'll give that to Sam because why not? We'll give your bet to Sam because why not?
Sure. And I'll give another one. I'll give my futures for Alabama next year money line, or to win the tournament, basketball and football. I'll say Alabama, Roll Tide, football and basketball. I'll say. And see, I'll give you guys. Let's get a little NBA action for tomorrow. For some crazy money line, crazy things happened yesterday. The Trailblazers winning plus 19.5. The Spurs plus 16.5. Ooh, the Wizards at home. Give me the Wizards. Upset the Bucks tomorrow. Plus 12.5. And Miami. Oh, that's a lot of points. Miami, Detroit. Also, I hate to say it, but take Detroit to beat Miami. the Detroit we're trying to give you guys the mortgage payments right here. So, mortgage the down payment. Take Wizards Pistons home dogs tomorrow. Money line.
All right. So Max, We'll give your hockey bets to Sam, and we'll give your basketball bets to Marcellus.
I hope these are a little crazy. So hopefully Marcellus is okay with that.
What were your NBA bets again?
NBA bets were crazy. I said take the Wizards money line and Pistons money line tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm feeling spicy.
Okay. All right. Before I get my bet, and we gotta do we gotta do the game of the episode, and guess what?
What?
Last episode, I said, what was it? UConn. I picked It was UConn over who?
That was a good pick, no matter who it was.
Yeah, it was
UConn,
who they
Gonzaga,
playing the
maybe,
Final Four again?
Gonzaga they played Final Four was Miami. The U.
Okay, Alex, you picked Miami in that one, right? I mean UConn in that one, right?
Yeah.
But
no love
saying,
for no
one else. Here's the thing: no one else got their bets into me when I texted everyone. Okay, hey, Marcel's supposed to go. He couldn't get his pick in. We're doing UConn Miami. No one else got their bet in, so
Whoa,
Michael, I'm gonna have to drop the hammer on you. You're getting an automatic L.
Wait, hold up. I told you what I picked. What are you talking about? I picked it on the show.
You didn't pick shit on the show.
You want to get your? I said I picked UConn. I picked UConn. I called you. I thought I told you.
Did you? Okay, I'll count it.
I called you. I called you about it.
Okay, you picked UConn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure that
Full. Adam, shit, Max. He tried to cheat the black man. The white man always try to cheat the black man.
But still,
Historically
Marcellus and
speaking.
Sam take on. They never got the best of me, so they get automatic L's.
Speaking of that, though, you should have taken LSU. You could have gotten back at our people. Taking LSU against Iowa.
Think about
Angel
that.
Reese
Yeah.
over Caitlin Clark.
All right. So here's the thing, Alex. You picked UConn and you won your bets. No, you lost. You picked. Did you win your bet, Alex? I don't think you did.
I don't think so.
But yeah, but here's the here's the thing. You're the only one that actually picked it and got. You're the only one that actually picked it. My bet lost. Alex, your bet lost. So actually, Michael, you technically did pick UConn. So guess what,
Oh, what?
Michael? You get to pick. You get to pick the game of the episode.
About time it was my idea to pick. It should have been Max. My idea was to bring this to the show, and Adam was against it for 2 seasons. And then he made a stupid rule since I was like, why does Mike pick the game of the week, even though it was my brain idea to use it? And he's like, how about we all pick the game of the week? I'm like, no, it was a stupid idea.
He's just salty that he can't rig it.
How am I rigging it? I was gonna pick every game, stupid, for every team, for every sports team.
Yeah, that means you get control over everything. It gives you an unfair advantage.
It doesn't give me an unfair advantage. I just pick games that I know that we all know.
You pick games that you know, so that way you can try to pick games that I don't know about. I see how it is. Michael, you ain't slick.
Adam, it was my idea from now on. I'm doing the games of the week. You have a problem with it? You could suck my balls.
And guess what? If you try that stuff, I kick you off the podcast.
Please, I make you
under my roof, son. This is my podcast, son. I could literally fire you right now.
Fire me. I dare you.
You get fired. Mike's going to court for wrongful
Exactly. I'll go to
termination.
court and I'll sue you, Adam, for workers' comp.
Michael,
Adam,
let that just serve as a reminder of who's in control here.
Adam, if you fire me, I'll sue you for breach of contract. Because in my contract, you can't fire me. Yeah, suck my dick, bitch. Checkmate.
Okay, but Which game are you picking for the game of the episode?
Don't rush me, slut. Since the NBA season is winding down, I'm trying to pick. Because I'm not picking the Yankees versus I'm not doing that because it's not fair to Alex. Oh, I got one. Trailblazers versus Grizzlies. That's a good game to watch. Or we have
Trailblazers or Pelicans?
Hold up. For our friend Chris and Sam, we're doing Grizzlies versus Pelicans for tomorrow. Grizzlies, Pelicans.
That's a good one.
We're doing Grizzlies, Pelicans. And I'm going to go for, and Adam, you go for my big game of the week. I'm picking the Grizzlies money line against the Pelicans.
Okay. I'll go Grizzlies as well on that one. Alex, what are you picking?
I'll go Grizzlies.
I'll go. Can I get the points with the Pelicans?
This is just win or loss. It's just win or loss.
Money line?
Yeah, this
Maybe
is just
over?
money line.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Well, just for fun. Now I'll go with the Pels.
All right, that
Wait, Kings, wait, that's not tomorrow. That's not tomorrow's game, right? Because tomorrow's the
This is Wednesday's game. Wednesdays.
Oh, Wednesday. See, so the Grizzlies are playing both games. Pelicans are not. Pelicans well rested. Because they're not playing Tuesday. Never mind. They are playing. Never mind. They're both playing the day before. But anyway, give me. It's a home game for the Pelicans, right? Or because the Grizzlies are home at New Orleans. Yeah, give me the Pelicans back to back.
Okay.
I'll say Pelicans money line.
Okay.
That should be a good game.
That'll be for Marcellus, and we already know who Sam picking for this one.
Who's Sam? Sam's a Grizzly guy.
He's a Pelicans fan. He's a Pelicans fan.
All right, so I'll join Sam for this. So this one's for the Bayou. Big easy.
All right, Adam. What's your what's your bets of the week?
My bet of the episode. For my bet, I am going to. What am I good? I took a great bet last time with the Nets being the Hawks and Mikal Bridges, but I ruined it because I picked Trae Young to score 25 or more, and he completely choked, and that ruined my bet. So I'm not gonna do that this time.
To Nets bet and Mikal and Trae Young. You're a braver man than
that was a bad bet. That was bad on my end.
This is not fun because then you got to root for Trae Young and you have to root for the Nets. There's a lot going on. Yeah. I just like simplicity. Just the Nets dominant.
You know what I'm gonna do? Should I do it? I'm going to take the Nets over the Timberwolves money line, and I'm going to take Trae Young the over on the point. I'm not Trae Young. Mikal Bridges over on the points.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, what's your bet?
I am going to do Angels money line against Seattle.
I like it.
Guardians money line against Oakland, and Padres money line against Diamondbacks.
Big
like it.
Southern California parlay.
Yep.
And what was you took the Wizards, right, Max? What was your other one?
Wizards Pistons tomorrow. Just for fun.
Okay.
Wizards and Pistons
We'll
money
count
line.
that for Marcellus.
Sorry in advance to Marcellus.
Okay.
And you know what? Give me the Vipers. We'll include the Vipers. Saturday, April 8th, this Saturday. Vipers, Battlehawks. Give me the Vegas Vipers. Stay hot. Beat the Battlehawks in St. Louis.
Okay.
We're 6.5-point underdogs, but we'll win money line.
All right, Michael Cunningham. Last up. Go ahead.
All right, Big Daddy back on the pole.
Oh yeah, what was your? Oh yeah, Padres. Padres. Forgot. Go ahead, Michael.
All right, I'm winning the. I'm winning. I'm coming back. All right, hold up. Hold up. Who should I take, Adam? I consider myself Adam. Hey Max, you know what I consider myself in this podcast?
You're sharp.
The lead Corso, baby. We call this game day.
Well, Lee Corso is usually wrong about bets, so I hope you're more accurate than him.
I'm more accurate than him.
You got to take out the headgear.
I got the headgear.
Yeah.
Hey Alex, you know there's only one person that watched more college game days with you more than you did. You know who it is?
Who?
Max. Me and Max.
Especially
we
the
have
end.
watched.
I always watch the beginning and the end. I don't always watch like all the hours in between, but the beginning. What we're coming to your city, and then the headgear leading into the 12 o'clock game.
Yeah, me and Max are like the original college game day brothers. Sorry, Alex.
we were there before Lee Corso.
I consider hold up. Hey Alex, Max, I'm gonna be Lee Kurtz, so you gonna be my Kurtz. You're both gonna be my Kurtz.
You're Kirk Herbstreit?
Hey Max,
All right,
sweetheart. How long we been doing this watching college game day together? So many college game days?
Longer than I remember, Coach.
Alex, my brother, sweetheart. How long me and you watch college game days at TCJ together? How many?
Way too long. That's right. My Desmond Howard.
4 years.
4 years, way too long. For over more than 4 years, we've been watching it. So, sweetheart, you know what I'm gonna pick, brother? You know what I'm gonna pick? Hold up. I'm gonna pick. Then this is strictly business, Adam. This is strictly business. I hate this team in baseball, but I'm thinking about going with them. Now, even though they lost today, I'm not going to pick them out. I may have to join the dark side, Adam. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
I may have to join that, even though I have wished this man death over the years. I said I wanted to kill this man.
Not so fast.
Not so fast, my friends. I'm gonna take the Tiger. I'm gonna take the Tigers beating the fuck that. I'm taking the Tigers to beat the Astros.
Ooh. Hey,
wow.
You know what? Just for fun, I'll join Mike. I'll add that to my Detroit parlay. Big day for Detroit tomorrow. Forget about the Wizards. Pistons, Tigers money line.
Because they already. I can't. I'm not taking that bet, Adam. I changed my mind. I saw that they're 1-3 and the Astros are a favorite. I'm scared.
Oh, no, the defending champions at home are going to be favored against the Tigers. Are pretty bad this year.
Yeah,
that payout would be huge. If you took the Pistons and the Tigers to win money line and they won, that would be
a nice payout. But I'm gonna do an NBA bet. I'm gonna do an NBA bet for a bit. You know what I'm gonna do, Adam?
What?
All serious?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your Nets, Adam. You're gonna be impressed. I'm gonna take your Nets over the Timberwolves.
I like it.
It's just business.
It's strictly business.
I'm gonna do a 3-game parlay.
Timberwolves are due.
I'm gonna do a 3-game parlay. I'm gonna take my Knicks over Pacers.
And
I'm also going to take the Bucks over the Bulls.
Perfect.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I know for one episode, for one day, I got my brother back. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a chance me and Max do every time we see each other with those benefit with photography. Michael Cunningham and Max Ballas-Bograd will hit the swag serve on cue. Ready? Are you ready, Max? I know you're driving, but
we could do a mobile swag surf.
We're swagging. I'm surfing. All right.
Spotify,
I'm on Hypnotic. I'm gonna try it.
Verbal swag surf.
I'm swagging. I'm surfing. I'm swagging. I'm surfing. I'm swagging. I'm surfing. Sorry, Adam. That's what me and Max do. And we're going to hit it in person when we hang out next Saturday.
Yep.
And we
But-
we will ask you to come join us next Saturday around 2:00 at the swag surf. We get a mobile swag surf.
But guys, not for this is off episode. Max, we thank you so much for coming on. It's been a blast.
Oh, well, the
We're
pleasure
so
was
happy you
mine.
could fill in.
Thank you
We're-
guys so much for
You're definitely
having
one of the better guests we've had on in season 3 so far.
Oh,
Nah, he's one of my.
it's an honor. It was a lot of fun. It was a great sense of closure for this 2023 year of college basketball and previews as we look to the NHL, the NBA, XFL. I think I'm forgetting a big one, but baseball, of course. So it's been an incredible time with you all, and an honor to be an award-winning listener with you all.
Yo,
Perfect.
I remember
All right.
the first.
Go ahead, Michael.
From the first day I met Max, man, I was coaching baseball with a mutual friend of ours named Nathaniel Waldman. We played baseball, and then I started beating Max in the driveway in basketball. It was him and Nathaniel.
Yeah. Mike's always gotten me in hoops. He's Kevin Durant to my Scottie Pippen. Oh, hello.
Sorry, me and
Good
Max
night.
could beat Adam and Sam easily in 2-on-2.
I don't know about that.
Max can play.
I mean, I'm decent, but I'm not a
Decent
playmaker.
too,
I'm
decent.
good. Like,
I could shoot.
I
I could shoot when I feel like it.
I can't shoot. I don't shoot. I could just rebound usually and get to the hoop, but I can't shoot yet.
First of all, hey
I
Adam,
used to, but
I will bet you $100,000 that Max will beat you 10-0.
Oh, wait.
$100,000.
Wait, that would like
Take that
100,000, and then you would get 100,000 if you win.
No, I'll put 100,000.
I appreciate that confidence, but I'm not worthy of. Maybe that's a lot of confidence there. I don't know if I deserve that.
I think you could beat him. I think you won't 10-0, but I think you'll beat him
No,
10-5.
I think maybe I'd win, but 10-0.
The 10-0. No, you
that's-
said right here that if I take on Max and he doesn't beat me 10-0, I get $100,000.
No, you ain't
I'm
that
gonna have to
stupid.
go in with you on that bet.
All right. You're smart.
I would bet against me there.
First of all, I bet you that Max will beat you 1-on-1 easily.
$100,000.
Yeah, if he beats you 1-on-1.
What is easily?
I'll take that bet.
He beats you 12-5 the max.
12-5 or better or more.
12 or more. We're playing at 21. Adam, here's what you're gonna do. I'll give you. I'll play you to 21. I'll give you 16 points. I'll beat you 21-16.
Yeah.
You think I could do that?
I've learned not to doubt Mike. I have lost the bets to Mike, saying I could beat him in basketball, and I took the L.
We played at Drew's house. We played at Drew. Hey Adam. Max also knows Drew, our friend Drew McDuggan, pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to our friend Drew McDrew.
Max was part of that crew before you. Max was the original driver, Adam. When I was too hammered,
Wow.
Max would drive.
Oh yeah.
Max was volunteering to drive.
That was many a Saturday night.
Many Saturday nights we'll be at Drew's house, in the Drew's old house, in the backyard.
Okay.
It was right around like the COVID. It was right around the COVID time.
Yeah, that was after the COVID. That was
pretty much during it, or like after, kind of all blends together. But yeah.
Adam, you don't realize we're on the air still. We are.
All right. Max, before we end the show, tell us where else can find you.
Thanks for the shout out there, as Pat McAfee would say. But yeah, you can find me anywhere in South Florida, Dade and Broward County, maybe even Palm Beach. You can find me on Instagram, MaxBB1739, TikTok, Twitter. But yeah, it's been amazing, huh?
But actually, thank you so much for coming out. You're welcome back anytime. Don't be a stranger.
I appreciate it.
And your full name is Max BB, right? We can just call you that.
That's my full name. My God-given name. All
right, perfect. All right. All right, guys. That's it. That's 152 of the Gay Guy Podcast officially. Angus I, Max I am, Alex Rich, and our special guest, MaxBB. But if you heard, either like and follow or subscribe to the podcast. Also, enjoy the account on YouTube, reach out on social media. Make sure you have to say in a future episode of Americans. No CG's just fancy. Imagine a world, believe it, and die in it. See you next time, and until then, stay lit.
And we're out.